Are you coming over here or not yet? Okay, well. We're live. I'm just waiting on some people to get on here. Maybe I'll get Jacob over here and we can do some Q&A for 12-year-olds. See what's going on. Oh, we got somebody on there now. Let me see. I don't know how to do it. Oh, there you go. Hi, Courtney. I was just waiting for some people to get on here, and Gary's doing something right now, so he won't be here for a few seconds. But I want to go ahead and jump on here. Well, I had a little mishap in the kitchen, and we didn't get to come on right at 10 o'clock because I decided to make a very unhealthy snack, and, well, it got really smoky in here.
Lucky on the cold water know how to ventilate, huh?
Yeah, Gary had to provide us some ventilation here and get some fans going. So, hi, Courtney. Hi, Angela. So we was going to do, I know we're coming to you on a Friday night, which is an off night. You just never know when we're going to pop on here. Hi, Lisa. We're going to do some more Q&A tonight. So we're going to let you all feed in with some questions. Hi, Ashley. And we'll go from there, which we have a couple little things to talk about. Nothing, nothing too crazy. Hi, Maria. How are you? We've had a rainy day in West Virginia. It's been kind of one of those lazy, it don't seem like a Friday. It seems like a lazy Sunday here because we have done nothing. We've been very unproductive today. Well, we did a few little things. Gary moved some logs out of the yard, and I painted some bottles. I'm working on some little crafts. And what else? That's all we did today, wasn't it?
I worked on the pool a bit. I skimmed the leaves and stuff out of it, and the kids got the rest of that stuff off the bottom.
Hi, Madison. She's tuning in from Southern Ohio. Thank you. So that's about all we done today. We've had a lazy day. I don't know what we're going to do this weekend, which brings us to one of the topics that we're going to discuss tonight, which me and Gary didn't go over anything before we got on here. But Maria says, living the dream. Hi, Amanda. Yep, we're living the dream up here. We had some hard rains here today, and the sun was shining beautifully the whole time, wasn't it? And I kept going outside looking for a rainbow, and I never did find one. So, hi, Daphne. Anyway, what do you all do on what do you all do in your downtime? Like when you're sitting around bored and you don't want to do the same old stuff, you don't want to go out and eat, you kind of want to do something fun, but you don't want to pay a fortune. I want to hear what you guys do for fun. What are your what, I don't know, interests, I guess, or some fun family activities. Go hiking. Lord, Gary couldn't hike. He can barely walk to the end of the yard. We hiking is out. Yeah, we won't be doing any hiking. Gary's doing okay. He's about the size. Well, he's done a little bit better. He's not been in as much pain as what he had been in, and he's been able to eat today. Actually, today's the first day you've eaten good in weeks. Seems like. Jamie Barnhart loves playing cards. Well, we're card players too in the winter. We never really play cards in the summer.
Not so much. Jake picked up card playing while he was at church camp, though.
Oh, Craig Jackman said they had a nice rainbow here in the Outer Banks this evening. I'm jealous. I wish we was at the Outer Banks. I'd love to be at the beach right now. Camping. I don't know about the whole camping thing.
Mosquitoes, bugs, and spiders. And
I'm not a camper.
I spent most of my young life camping, guys. I'm about done with that. Throwing ponchos and stuff over Hummers and what have you. I don't believe Linnell did fare too well camping. She's scared of frogs.
I'm not scared of frogs.
What would you do if I threw a frog on you?
Probably nothing. I'm not scared of frogs.
You'd run.
Why don't you allow frogs in the house?
Yeah, what happened when the lizard run in the house the other day?
Well, lizards don't belong in the house, and it was very odd to see a blue-tailed lizard run through the house. So, I did have a little moment there. I did freak out a little bit.
I was going out to town to get some supplies, and Winelda and Sissy had a moment.
Yes.
So, evidently, the girl screamed so bad that when they opened the door, the lizard ran back outside. They didn't have to catch it or anything.
Daphne says they watch TV and eat. That's about what we've been doing.
That's what we've been doing mostly.
Lisa says, watch y'all live. Skip Bo Phase 10. Hi, Jenny. Watch Winelda. Hi, Lauren. Stephanie says board games. Amanda said
Where
Gary
I'm on
looks
those,
good.
where I'm on those steroids, I can't eat so much. I'd blow up. But I do look pretty good. That petechiae stuff that comes with the platelet issues, about halfway up my legs now, up my calves, and worked its way under my eyes and on my ears, and just busted capillaries, I guess. So today I was feeling halfway decent. Thought, big pile of logs in the yard, I'll get rid of those. Waddell was standing on the porch like, "Look at you, Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
Reckon you need to have that log on your shoulder?" I'm like, "Well, I heard you grouch about it the other day. I figured I was feeling well enough to get
You
rid
need
of
to
it."
retract that statement. Did I really grouch about it?
You did. You said, "Who drags a big pile of logs out in their yard and lights fire to them?"
I wasn't grouching about it. I was just saying it was an eyesore. So,
An eyesore. When a woman looks at a man and says, "That's an eyesore," she's saying, "Get that shit out of my yard." So today I was feeling halfway decent, and I did, and I got in trouble over it. So, like she said, I run out of wind easy right now. So I was out there. The last log was there. These things are like this big around. They're 10 foot long. I packed what I could on my shoulder over, got to the last one. I was just out of steam, and she thought, "I'm going to go put on my flip-flops and help him while he's catching his breath." So she's looked like world's strongest man on that big pole throw. She's,
I did no both. I did move it about 10 feet.
She did.
I did, but it was not easy.
But it was shaped like
I
a
couldn't
boomerang
lift
and
it
had a
up.
big knot on the side. You couldn't roll it. You couldn't do nothing with it. I had to pick it up and flop it all the way over through there and then sit on the porch and cry for half an hour.
Yes. Ashley Nicole Pepper has a relationship question.
Uh-oh.
So my boyfriend and I have dated for 3 months, then broke up for 6 months, and now been back for 4 months. And this time we are talking about marriage, but this is my question. Bank accounts. He wants to join them. I was raised to never join accounts. I need advice. And what do I do in our free time as a couple? We lay in bed watching movies and stuffing face. LOL. I think if you're married, I think your account should be joined. Or if you're living together, I mean, that's just me. You said you was raised to never join accounts. Well, I think that's odd.
Well, I mean, whoever raised her could have been burnt and had all their stuff stole like I did once. I don't think that's so strange. But to me, if you're living in the same place, I mean, all the eggs should go into the same basket, right? And me, we both pay bills. She has access to my card, my wallet, anytime she needs it, my money. She's makes her own money. She deposits it in my account. If she wants to use my card to buy something, we need to put her accounts together, but we haven't. And
I was actually when
a trust issue hasn't been on her mind. Not at all over it. It's just we ain't got around to it. But I think all the eggs should go into the same basket if you're housekeeping together. That's just me. But then again, you can always get burnt. So I've been there. Might not want to take my advice.
Yeah, and then somebody, I think Craig said you can have a joint account and then separate accounts. I guess that would be
Hey, Creole.
okay too. So, right here.
But I don't see a thing wrong with it. Maybe that's how you feel. Well, does he mind? Is he helping you? You guys doing this together? I mean, maybe it's not a bad thing.
Honestly, in my opinion, when I have a business on the side, so I get deposits that come in through that, and unless I have something to buy for my business, like if I need to buy supplies or pay for an invoice or something, I'll leave it in my account. But if not, I transfer it into Gary's. And actually, that has helped save money, and it does count for money better because I would be the type of person that, say, if I put $500 over into my account, I wouldn't look at it like this is money for bills or groceries or whatever. I'd be like, I got $500. I need to go buy something. But when I put it over in that account,
Well,
that's
there you
like
go. That's a good idea. What's her name?
Chasney.
I can't
It's
see.
Chasney.
But she has a good idea. She moves money from her account each time she gets paid just so she can have spending money. That way she gets her portion, but she probably sets her bill money to the side before she takes her cut out. Me, I get what I want when I want. If I need a tool or parts or something, I don't even think about it. If Nella needs something, she gets something. She don't think about it, but that probably wouldn't be a bad idea if you was in a different case scenario. I mean, setting your own money out to the side, I think that's pretty good. But you shouldn't take away from your bill money to give yourself spending money.
Amanda says, Gary, you can tell you make her so happy, and I'm so happy. She is so much happier than she was before. You are awesome. He is awesome. He does make me happy. He's been a little bit on the...
I've been depressed and cranky and steroidy and on my menstrual cycle here for about a month. It's probably been tough on the whole lot of them, but thank God they understand.
It is tough when you have a spouse or significant other that's sick or going through something. And you can understand to a certain extent, but I think that you look at it a different way than I look at it. Because when something's going on with you, you're totally consumed with it. And you don't realize what the people around you are seeing or what you're putting out there.
I don't think that I'm so consumed with it as I am that every little thing's aggravating me, and that's what's aggravating. I can't stand myself. I really can't right now. It's drove me insane.
I forgot where I was going.
It's hard when you've worked your whole life and you have no work to go to. I'd sit around here and just rotted.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say, but
Thank God I have an understanding family is all I got to say. That probably got most people in trouble, all the crabbiness I've been doing.
Actually, with the amount of little arguments and tiffs we've had since you've been off work, it's actually been amazing because most couples, if they were in each other's face 24/7, when neither of us are outside the home, I work from home, he's off work, I think there would have already been a breakup, divorce, or murder.
I lay down and whine just so I can get pampered most of the time.
I pamper you. I do. You're a baby. You get loved on all the time. Crystal Beach says, relationship question here. I haven't heard from my girlfriend in 2 days. She won't answer my calls or my text.
That ain't a Gary department.
Well, I'm going to give you harsh advice.
Is she in Mexico?
If somebody has not, if you're your girlfriend, they haven't contacted you in 2 days and you haven't heard from them, and you know for a fact they're not dead, or they're not in trouble, or there's not something wrong with them, it's time to cut your losses and move on.
If she posted memes tagging somebody else in them, she could have moved on.
That was a chick. That was a total chick comment there. That was. She posted memes. Crystal, I know that hurt. It hurts when somebody ignores you. That is like the worst feeling in the world, to feel like you're not worth somebody's time, that they can't even have the decency to text or call or tell you what's going on.
Yeah, well, they're in the next room and they've been gone for 5 minutes and I'm sitting here by myself.
You survived it, though. I always return. I know that's hard, Crystal. It is. Everybody hates that feeling. We've all been there before. So if someone's going to make you feel that way, you really have to sit back and ask yourself if it's worth it. Courtney, he has ITP. It keeps freezing up. I'm sorry. Hi, Mitzi. I've been following your house renovations on Facebook. I hope you got everything worked out with that foundation issue you had there. I seen you was upset on the Facebook today, but your home is beautiful. I was creeping your pictures today and how pretty it was. Try a winery or distillery for something fun.
We always have kids.
Yeah, we always... my kids seem to come and go because I have... Well, the older two, I have shared custody with their father, and then Maggie and Maverick's dad visits them weekly. He gets them weekly, but Jake and Natalie are pretty staple. They're always here, so we're not complaining. That's perfectly fine. It's just hard to go off and do mom and dad stuff when you always have a couple kids here, and I'm sure they wouldn't enjoy that. I would. Lynette says, getting through this just proves y'all's perfect for each other in good times and in bad. I told Gary out on the porch today that I was happiest I had ever been in my adult life, even with all the stress that is upon us.
It's in a demonic voice, so she's like, I'm happier than I've ever been. Her head spun around 3 times while I was carrying that log.
Oh my God. You always make me lose my train of thought going on with crazy shit. What was that? I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, we've had a couple other little stressors that's come up that we've been dealing with the past month, other than Gary being sick, which is just added to, in my opinion. But we're fighting the fight. We're hanging there. We're both tough. We've been through a lot. Both of us have. Christy says she knows how you feel. She's worked all her life and had her 4th back surgery a few weeks back. Didn't work so well. It's hard being down. I was like
I know
that.
the feeling, Darrell. That big hack mark on my neck right there. I had to get a fake disc myself. That sore backbone ain't no count.
Sorry. Hi, Crystal. She's tuning in from Houston, Texas. Okay. Maria says, what if you've been dating someone off and on and I hold back in the relationship because of my parents have both been married 3 times each and don't want to end up like them? Well, you can't go on what your parents did. I mean, you're totally
The whole
different.
bank account issue we heard about earlier. I mean, hell, you get your hands burnt, you don't reach back over to touch the burner, do you?
Well, she's never been married again.
She
just
saw
been
what
on
happened all around her. It's kind of like, my parents smoked, I smoke. It's one of those kind of things.
True, but that doesn't mean that she's going to have a failed marriage, failed relationship.
Well, it
because
doesn't
of
at
her
all,
parents.
but surely she sees the outcome of things. Hell, she saw 6 people start all over again. I could understand that wholeheartedly. But me, I'm that dumbass that always has hope. I'll survive. I'll make it. I'll find love. I'll something. That's all up to you, darling. Ain't nobody got no answer to that but you. But you saw a lot of life's experience, so, I mean, you know how to make up your own mind. You know all the telltale signs.
Yeah.
Me, I learned that shit the hard way.
Okay. Tiffany Toller says, relationship. My husband and I have finally got to a point where we have a nice cushion savings so we don't have to worry about money. But now our vehicle, only one, is about to blow up and we can't agree on how to get a vehicle and stay out of debt like we were before. Any tips? Used vehicles run just as well as new vehicles. And
buying an engine's always cheaper than buying a new vehicle. You could be out, you could pay $600 for an engine for the vehicle and your husband put it in, which is mostly what we do around here. Or maybe pay an extra $1,000 and have the neighborhood handyman put it in. That's all up to you.
Yeah, and if you do have to get a new car, don't overextend yourself, I would say.
Hell, put a new heart in a vehicle. That ain't no big deal. And
our vehicle payments are relatively
all depends
cheap.
on if you like your car. I own my old truck. My car don't cost much. But if the engine blew up in my truck, I would replace it. That's just me. But I grew up doing that stuff, somebody might not have that skill set. But I'd say it'd be cheaper to replace the engine in them. I've done it a lot. Transmissions, engines, you name it. We fixed it around here. My daddy always ran a garage. That's how we got through the hard times.
Renee Stewart, I missed your first comment, but this one says, also, we met one weekend and moved in together the next weekend and then married 7 weeks later. Been 25 years, but feels like 2. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Good story.
I call those unicorn relationships. They're few and far between. Craig says he broke both legs 3 years ago. He can feel your pain. Nothing worse than feeling down and out. Hope you get better, my friend. Thank you, Craig. That was nice.
I don't so much feel down and out. I don't know. I feel like I ain't doing nothing. That's like today. I sit there on the porch staring at them logs. Do I have enough left in me to move them? Well, they're pretty big. I thought I did. I started working, so she didn't holler at me. And then when I got to the bigger stuff, she nailed me. I guess I shouldn't have been. But we've been talking about projects, hobbies, something to keep me busy,
Amanda Champion says, nothing to do with relationships, but what your guys' opinion on addiction? Are you talking about drugs? Because you don't want to know our opinion on that, probably.
Well, I have an education on that. Drug addiction starts out as a choice and becomes a disease due to receptors in the brain. But
You've gotten educated.
I have. I try to understand everything. But to me, it's a choice. It's like me drinking alcohol. Why do I drink alcohol so often? I like it. Makes me feel good. Makes me funny. Makes me be that man's man everybody wants to be around. But, I don't hurt my family with it. My bills always come first. And That's a hard question. How do I feel about drug addiction? Socially using something, I ain't never done drugs. I tried to do pot a couple times and was on death's door, laying on the cold linoleum in front of a refrigerator. I remember it well. That's about the worst I've ever done, and that was when I was 16 years old. Drug addiction, don't let anything overcome your life. It's far more important. You got people that depend on you, people that love you. They don't need to see you deteriorate and rot. It hurts everyone around you. I feel hard on that subject. I've seen a lot of my family go down that road, so's all of you. But, you got the power. It's up to you. So how do I feel about addiction? It starts out as a choice, and you made that. And then it becomes a disease. So what are you going to do to fix it? You caused it. That's a self-born disease. It's up to you.
You're welcome, Marie. I just saw your comment. She said, thank y'all for advice. Unfortunately, she has seen a lot. And we've talked about this before. Past experience molds us who we are today, and we learn from that, and we make future decisions on what we've learned in our past.
I learn from all y'all when we're talking. That's why I like to have these conversations. I don't do well in front of cameras normally. When I have to give safety meetings at work, they last like 5 seconds. Wear your glasses, watch your asses. Get it outside. But,
We'll go to Ashley's question. She said, my boyfriend lost his job 2 days later, got a new job part-time. I have leukemia, so I have health issues. I also had thyroid cancer 2 years ago and beat it, but I have no thyroid, so I also have no hormones. And my doctor can't seem to get my thyroid pill and numbers level, so I'm super irritable. My boyfriend knows just the buttons to push. What would you do to ignore petty arguments? Leave the house? Go to a different room? We have stressors in our relationship.
I got this blood issue. It's hard getting medications correct to where you're not insane, wanting to kill everything around you. And odds are you're on edge anyways. I know I am. I don't know your situation. But, my next step's chemo. Or something like it, they say. I really don't know what it's called. It had some fancy name. But, buttons to push. We all know what buttons to push. She does. I do. And when you're aggravated, maybe you're cranky and you made them mad. Maybe he was cranky and made you mad. But odds are you know how to get back at each other. So the best thing to do is...
don't push buttons.
Find you a good cigar and go out on the porch and smoke it. That's what I do.
You have to pick which mountains you're going to die on. Are you going to lay all your cards out on the table over a petty argument and just cause it to escalate and end up into something it's not? Or are you just going to be the bigger person, keep your mouth shut, walk away,
That's a good deal.
Let it just fizzle out?
Which is,
That's what I say.
She tries to let it fizzle out. Me, I'm the get to the bottom of this. Why did this happen? That's how I feel. When I was like, she shuts me out. So one of you's going to have to be the bigger person like she is, because that ain't who I am. I'm trying to figure out what the hell went down.
Sorry, I'm trying to go down here.
I can't see that far, guys. She's going to have to read it to me. I think my eyesight's went.
Jamie said you were getting the stink eye, Gary. I don't know if I was giving you the stink eye or not.
You're the queen of it.
I
tell you, if looks could kill, I've been dead a long time ago, guys. Don't worry about that stink eye, because I'm still alive.
I don't give dirty looks. You think I give dirty looks?
Oh, man, you're the best at them.
Let's liven this up a little bit. I feel like
I'd
all
hate
this
to see if
talk...
a woman had made you mad, you'd be like, bitch.
I said, what?
I said, I'd hate to see if a woman had made you mad, you'd be like, bitch.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I think you should do the impression of...
The other day when we was at Burger King, this is a good one. Linnell's pretty short. She's only like 5'5" or something.
This is not true.
There's some woman walks
true.
out. She's maybe 4.5 foot tall. Linnell walks up the door like...
I didn't do that, Gary.
Shoulder rammed her and went on.
He's lying. He is lying. Oh, gosh. Never go to bed mad. I don't think we ever go to bed mad, but sometimes Gary leaves me on the couch because I can't stay up as late as him.
Well,
some
when I try
nights.
to wake her up, she don't want to come to bed. She's like,
You're full of it tonight. Anyway, and I try to go sneak and get into bed with him because I think once he turns the TV off and turns the lights off, I think I just automatically wake up because it gets quiet in here.
I always defend my territory.
And he'll be diagonal in the bed or whatever.
Dead spider.
Dead spider, yes. And I usually try to sneak in bed like butt up against him because I want loved on. I want snuggled. And
She told me I started smacking her on the butt or something there yesterday.
well, this morning when I tried to get into bed
That
with
was
him,
this morning.
yes, he was all wrapped up in no, he was laying on top of the covers. So I'm trying to get under the covers
I've
because
been
I'm
real hot
cold.
since I've been on the steroids.
And about the time I get in there and barely get some covers on me, he starts doing this on my side of my butt, and I was like, stop, and he just kept doing it harder and harder and harder, and I was like, well, screw this, so I went and got back on the couch. But the other day, I went in there, the other 2 mornings ago, I went in there and got in bed with him, and he raises up and says, you need to put out, is that a tie cord? What'd you say, a tie cord?
Huh?
A full cord or a tie cord?
No, she's making all kind of racket. And I told her she needed to
I was
put
just
my-
trying to get in the bed. I was trying to get in your space.
Well, you broke glasses and everything trying to get in the bed's what it sounded like.
You're
Stepped
dreaming.
on pop cans or
What the crap? You're
rattling paper.
You're dreaming.
And I told her she needed to put on a tie cord in the front yard like a chicken, making all that racket.
He told me I was no better than a
I think she broke like 3 glasses, stepped on a pop can, and wadded up some wrapping paper or something before she got in bed. I think she had a plan.
Tiffany, I just skimmed through your comment. It probably is time to get a new vehicle. Just keep your payment low. Just try to shop smart. I know he's on one tonight for sure. Now he's getting. She probably has the RBF. RBF.
Resting bitch face.
Oh, Gary's impersonation of one out. I want you to give them the impersonation of when I clean. Your English. Do it.
I don't know.
What? Or whatever. I can't even do it. Do it, please. 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 Please.
I can't do it when you ask me. It's just one of those spur of the moment things.
I'll rub your feet.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's kind of like trying to not to smile when you're about to smile.
Hi, Lindsay. Yeah, turn it up so your husband can hear. Jamie says, I bet you would throw down in a hot minute, Winelda. I don't know. I try to avoid confrontation, but every now and again I do get a little bit crazy. My sister could probably tell you some crazier stories from my younger days. Chasing people down in my Mustang and so forth. Craig says you're a lucky man.
Hi.
You are. Thank you, Craig. You could strangle the other ladies with your Badrill strings. I sure could, Josh. That is a thought. Hi, Gara. She's watching from Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Gary didn't used to leave me on the couch asleep. He used to, in
try
the
to wake you
beginning, he
up
would just stay
anymore.
on the couch with me, or I would stay on the couch with him, but I guess the honeymoon's over.
That happened when I was taking a shower and you took a shit in the bathroom, Winelda.
What?
That's when it ended.
You're lying. You know, I'm about ready to you're about ready to get voted off the island is what you're about ready to do. There is no truth in that whatsoever. Oh my gosh.
That was pretty good.
Stephanie wants you to do the English. Everybody wants you to do it. I want you to do it too. Do it. Do the whatever thing you do.
I haven't had enough to drink.
Huh?
I haven't had enough to drink.
I don't normally support you drinking, but drink more so you'll do this funny.
I might by the
Thing.
end of the video.
Well, I'm going to wrap it up if you don't. Lisa, that was not true what he said. He is full of shit. He's trying to get me started. He is crazy. Anyway,
Look at the little poop emojis.
those are your favorite little poop emojis.
Yeah, you should have done that one. That's pretty traumatic.
I had to pick up an air conditioner today and I sliced my pinky. Urgh. It's killing me now. Somebody, a minute. All right. Candace and Alex, have y'all seen the video on Facebook of the truck with the big old cow tied in the back? I couldn't help but think of you two when I seen it. We haven't seen it. You'll have to tag us. Nancy wants to know where's a good man. I don't know, Nancy. I just happened to luck into one. There's not many out there. which I'm sure guys say that about women too. I haven't seen the one where the woman thought somebody mailed a bomb to her house. We watch videos on Facebook all the time. I haven't seen any of these. Josh is trying to help you out. He said blame the steroids for all your shit talk tonight. Pushing those buttons. Gary's sick. I'm out of the loop. Yes, he's been sick.
I've been sick for a little over a month now.
He's sick. Think he's comparing relationships to jail. Shit and shower together.
Hell yeah.
Is that what you do in jail? I wouldn't know.
Well, you shit in a cell. There's no doors or anything. And the sink's on top of the toilet.
It is?
Usually shit smeared on the wall. It's pretty tough.
Ooh.
I don't think you'd make it there, Winona.
No, we didn't go on vacations on hold due to Gary's health.
Yeah, if I had a bumper of horror guys, I'd probably kill off.
All right, Tiffany, she's got a relationship question here. Let's get off Winelda's craziness, as Gary says. Hey, I love y'all. Need advice what to do about my ex-fiance. We broke up, but have talked and went out a few times. He says he still loves me, but doesn't call or come around. Says he's too busy on the farm to have a relationship. Should I keep waiting or move on? Move on.
Don't sound like much of a commitment to me, does it to you?
You make time for people you want to make time. You have time.
And you say whatever you need to get to what you
How's that saying go?
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
No. About you make time for who you want to make time for.
I ain't got nothing that fancy in my reservoir.
Well, you were just talking about posting memes and tagging people in them.
I read those daily.
You like memes? Chick memes?
The funny ones.
The funny ones, okay. Gary needs to do the English lady. Don't ask him for a few, and he may just whip it on you before the end of the video. Go, Gary. That's what we're hoping for. The bomb ended up being a motor for her dryer. I wish I could have seen the bombs go. No, I probably wouldn't make it in jail because when I got pulled over by the state police last weekend, I had a mini meltdown. Did we talk about that already?
I don't know. Did she?
Then I got pulled over last Sunday because my tags were dead on my vehicle. Then we went to my mother's house, and lo and behold, the state trooper pulls in the driveway like 10 minutes after we get there. And I was
talking all kind of trash too. Oh, they follow on you. They know you bad egg.
I couldn't even enjoy my life at that moment because I thought he's running I've got a warrant out for my arrest or something.
There you go, Stephanie Williams.
That's right, Stephanie. Stephanie's comment is on point. You make time for those, it's gone.
Those you care about.
And you make excuses for the ones you don't, I think is what it says. I didn't talk about me getting pulled over. I didn't talk about that.
Oh, you better. Oh, it's tough.
Well, we're in
Me and all the kids was in the car.
In a minivan at that.
We was ready to be shackled.
We passed a state trooper sitting beside the road. I thought he was just waiting to pull out on the road. And I didn't pay no mind to him. I wasn't speeding. I wasn't texting. The kids was all buckled. I wasn't doing anything illegal. Next thing I know, he's behind me with his lights on. And I was like, am I getting pulled over? I thought, I'm not getting pulled over, but he could pass me in the turn lane. But I'll go ahead and pull off the road and let him go on by. He pulled him behind me.
Seatbelt all moved.
He pulled me over. He said, did you know your tags have been dead? Well, when I got divorced, my ex-husband is supposed to do that in the divorce papers. He's supposed to keep all that up. And I told him, and he said he forgot or whatever. And anyway, that's another story. But that's why I got pulled over. But this guy really didn't seem that concerned once I got pulled over. But he did run my license and everything. And my tags were dead. And he told me, he just gave me a warning, let us go. And I get to my mom's house, and I hadn't even had time to tell my mom that I was a felon on the run yet when the state police pulls in our driveway.
But he'd already found out Winella was a known snake smuggler and copper thief.
Exactly, that's what it was. And my license on my my address on my driver's license is my mom's address. And I was like, which is where he came to. I thought, holy cow, he's found something out on me or something. I've done something illegal and I don't know about it.
And the other thing, we couldn't find a proper insurance paper in the van at the time.
Well, I had an insurance paper in there, but it was expired, but it was still the same policy. I just didn't have an updated card. So I'm a rebel. Angela Jones, I'm sorry, I didn't see your first comment. Brianna Lynn Francis says, how long do you guys think y'all should be together before getting engaged? Asking for a friend with a smiley face.
That's all up to you. What do you feel?
Yeah, we talked about that last video. I think when you know, and you're obviously wanting to get engaged, possibly, and your boyfriend's not taking the bait. Maybe you should just sit down and ask him, like Gary says, where is this going? Where do you see this going?
Go through the walk.
What walk are you doing?
I ain't about it whenever I know what you're doing.
Do it.
Well, if I was trying to beat a guy in, I'd be like,
Then you could do the bend and snap.
oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, that always works.
I thought maybe he might do his little impression there while he was on a roll, but I don't guess so. Why did State come to you? I don't know why they didn't like knock on the door or anything. He just came to my mom's driveway and turned around and left. It was weird.
I think he's just
Yeah, I did have dead tags. Craig, you're right, I did. But I don't know why he came up there. So, anyway.
Good tags. You didn't have good tags.
They weren't dead tags?
No, the sticker was dead on.
The sticker was dead on my tags?
Hmm?
Yeah. I don't even, yeah.
When you pay the taxes annually, you get a sticker. They put it on your license plate. It's a different color year to year. That's how they spot it.
There ain't no way he could tell that color was different
First
from that
number on
distance.
the license plate indicating the month it should be renewed, and then a sticker. It's very easy. That's why it's set up that way, so they can see it. It's what they're trained to do.
Well, they need to be trained
Why
to get
did you order? I
druggies
don't
and
know.
child abusers and rapists and drug heads and shit off the street. Not somebody in a minivan that has dead tags. Hell, I'm struggling. I am struggling, obviously, when he pulled up beside me and walked up there and saw them damn kids in that vehicle. That's probably why he gave me a warning and sent me on my way. He said, I don't even want to deal with this shit. We should have told all the kids to start crying when he got up there. Alright, I'm going back to the comments. Sorry. Yeah, you all heard me just get schooled on my dead tags on my vehicle. Not tags, sticker.
Well, that's part of your tags.
Okay.
If the sticker's dead, your tags are no good. If the sticker's good, your tags are good. So it essentially is your tags.
Well, if I know what color that sticker was supposed to be, I'd go out there and color it with a Sharpie.
It's 10-4, Mama.
I didn't even see a date or a year on that sticker.
I'm sure they all know.
I'm sure they do. Brianna said, you pronounced my name right. That is impressive. Thanks for the advice. It froze up again, but I got the idea of what you were saying. I'm sorry that we're freezing up. Tiffany says, my mom's brother was the chief of police and all the officers in our town are family friends, and they know she hates to be pulled over. It messes her nerves up bad, so she will put herself in the bless her heart.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. So, anyway, you want to do that impression or not? Because we're going to wrap this up because I made a very unhealthy snack that's over there getting cold that I'm ready to tear into.
That I was eating in front of you a second ago?
Yes, that you're over there chowing on as you're doing your prissy walk. Okay, right here, Angela, I told her to tune back in. In my first comment, I said, I need advice. I have a crazy ex-mother-in-law that is relentless and tries to control my child like she's his mom, even though he's 18 now. And she tries to bash my every chance she gets. I've tried to be nice over the years, but I've had it. I'm done. But she's always around, it seems like, even though I've been remarried for 14 years now. How do I get rid of her?
I'm ruthless on this shit. You might want to answer that.
Well,
I say if you're being decent, doing all you can, and she's still bothering you, maybe it's time to snatch a bitch up by the hair of the head. But I always land in jail, so I'm probably not the best person to give advice.
I once seen a quote that said, if someone is driving you crazy, then you gave them the keys. Walk away, ignore it. It doesn't matter that your child knows who their mother is.
One of those bless your heart kind of things.
Mm-hmm. and I would just smile and go on. Talk yourself down out of it when it starts. I mean, people are vindictive. People are evil. And if she has effed with you this many years, I don't see anything changing no matter what stance you go on. So I think that it would be best if you blocked it out. Whoa! What was that?
Little cats.
If you blocked it out on your end. And don't let her know she's getting to you. Don't feed into it because it's not worth it. Look at everyone else's sticker. Ooh, Renee, that's a good one. Get the color and then get the Sharpie. Year is... Oh, Mitzi's going to fill us in here. Year is a certain color and month is the first number. Oh, I thought you were going to tell us what color, Mitzi. I was getting ready to see what Sharpies I had. Sorry, we got a kid in here that's tripping over our cord. And we're back. Sorry about that. Everybody agrees with Gary. Gary, what are the bless your heart kind of things? Very true, though, Winnell, to smile and wave. Yes, yes. Jamie says throat punch a bitch. Jamie and Gary
Hell yeah,
may
I
be
got that
cousins
shirt,
or
Jamie.
something. Yeah, it would be not...
Nothing
Yeah.
says, I don't like you like a sideways larynx.
What did I make? I actually took bacon grease, put it in a large skillet, and I just washed potatoes, and I sliced them up semi-thin, and I fried them. And then I laid them out in little circles. And then I put them on paper towel, soaked the grease up, and then I laid them out on a cookie sheet, and I put cheese all over it, and then I fried up a pack of bacon and crumbled it up and put on that, and then put it back in the oven. So I don't know what you really call that, but it's kind of like, I guess, cheesy bacon potatoes or something. Hi, Jeannie Farrell. She's a first-time viewer. Uh-oh. Gary should be a counselor. Yeah, he should. How do I get my mother to stop bashing my husband in front of our kids? I've asked nicely, but she isn't changing her ways.
Oh, hell. I ain't got no mom. I don't know how to deal with that card.
Well, that's pretty immature of your mom, actually, because that's her grandchildren's dad, and he'll always be their dad. I don't know if she has a valid reason to bash him, even
Is
if
he
she
working?
does.
Is he doing good? Is he doing everything he can?
It really shouldn't matter.
Should she be bashing him?
Yeah, you shouldn't bash a kid's parents in front of them, because I think that kid...
I don't agree with that. What if he's a deadbeat?
Well, he might be a deadbeat, but that kid will find out on their own.
You don't know the situation on that.
Mitzi says yellow Sharpie. Gosh, I ain't never gonna get that to show up.
Yellow paint pen.
Okay. Tate Shelley Monk. Gary's a good one. Always so nice in school. You know Shelley? Huh? Well, she obviously knows you. You better start racking that brain.
Sorry,
Okay.
I've been all over the place.
Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. You got anything you want to say or do before we wrap the video up? You don't? Nothing? Nothing?
Quit pinching with your monkey toes.
You know, I'm just glad I'm gonna have to catch Gary off guard. Shelley Casto. She just
I
said
know
that.
Shelley Casto.
That's Shelley Casto. He knows you, Shelley. You got to jog his memory a little bit. He has horrible memory.
Well, I don't know what her new last name was.
Okay.
Well, I ain't seen her in 20 years.
Alrighty. Jenny Hill McLeod says, because we're not that old.
That's my cousin.
Is that your cousin? Tiffany says, he is great. No reason to bash. They're so much alike they don't get along. They butt heads. We have been married for 10 years. Always has a job and takes great care of me and my kids. Well, I'd set your mom straight if I was you.
How much
I
we
would.
nailed on that one?
I'd be like, listen, he provides for me, these kids, he takes care of us. I love him. This is my kid's dad. And if you continue to talk shit about him in front of me and our children, we won't be here to visit anymore.
Damn.
That's what I would say.
What?
Here's your old little bit English accent there. Why'd you stop there? You should have went off on your little tangent you do. And Jenny said, you should remember people we went to school with.
Their last names changed, Jenny, when they're a girl. I don't know who Shelly Monk is. I know who Shelly Casto was.
Christy Norris says, my husband says I have monkey toes too because I can pinch and pick up things with them. I do the same thing.
Yeah, drop some shit in the pool, no problem. There comes Winelda.
Oh, gosh. Hi, Lindsay. She's tuned in from Sissonville. Candace says, that's about like my ex sent me an email to remind the kids to tell him Happy Father's Day. He don't send or pay for nothing. He needed one of them happy sperm donor.
This is the first year I didn't get a hacksaw or something for Father's Day. We're always building work on everything. My kids is like, Dad needs a hacksaw. So I give them money to go shopping for me. No, they don't spend that money. They're like, I'm going to spend this $1 on a hacksaw. Dad needs a hacksaw. I can't even remember the last time I used a hacksaw outside of the coal mines, but Dad needs a hacksaw.
Tiffany chimed back in. She said,
this is actually about the first real Father's Day I ever had as far as decent gifts or anything, and that was all because of you.
well, thank you. I felt like I fell short there on your gifts, though, a little bit.
Oh, you didn't at all. Hell, you went from a hacksaw to all that good shit, new pair of boots and shirts, and yeah, I think you went.
Awesome. Well, good. Tiffany said, amazing advice. My husband has given me the same advice for the last 2 years. Guess I should get some balls and just flat out tell her. The hardest thing you'll ever
What was
do
that
is...
you used to call it? Girl balls?
Lady balls.
Lady balls.
The hardest thing you'll ever do is have to grow some lady balls and stand up to your mother. Because we always, for the most part, most of us respect our mom. Because she brought us into this world. She taught us everything we needed to know. That is going to be hard for you to do, but stand firm. Do it now because the holidays are fastly approaching and you want the dust to settle and you ought to be back on speaking terms before the holidays.
I think my mom shipped me out on a rock and I hatched and I was on my own.
That sounds terrible.
That's pretty terrible.
That's terrible.
How's the
Lady
joke?
Balls and Monkey Toes. Yeah, that should be the name of our show, Lady Balls and Monkey Toes.
Camel toes and lady balls?
No, not camel toes. Okay, we're going to wrap it up and let you all get back to your Friday night festivities.
We've got some
No, I didn't get
ranch
him a
dressing
bug
to go
zapper.
on.
He got me one Mother's Day.
Yeah, I got her a bug zapper and some
Yeah,
other
we
stuff.
sit and watch it. You can actually see it out there lit up.
I cut every other wire off it so it was just like it was when we was kids. The big moths flying through it and they're like, pow!
It takes the smallest of things to entertain us. I don't know why ever we can't think of anything to do. I actually suggested to Gary that we go to Walmart and buy Nerf guns, and it'd be me, Natalie, versus him and Jake.
We'd destroy you.
No, you wouldn't.
I saved you. I saved you, Winona.
We could,
My love is what saved you.
okay. Great. Now I feel better soon. Thank you, Craig. All right, we'll get your rest of y'all's comments, and if there's anything on there, we'll discuss it on our next video. I don't know what the weekend holds for us, but we may get into something tomorrow, and then again, we may just sit around all day and stare at each other like we did today, saying,
That's what I've done most of the day.
what should we do? What should we do? Where we want to go? Where are you grouchy? Why are you grouchy? Why are you hateful? Why are you hateful? We're going to do that again tomorrow. It is not what we do every day. We're going to go watch a movie. You all have a good Friday night, and we love you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.